Let's be real. School is not easy. You've got exams that sneak up on you, group projects where you end up doing all the work, and teachers who think their class is the only one that matters. Add in late-night cramming, zero sleep, and way too much caffeine, and suddenly you're wondering how you're even still functioning. But here's the thing. You don't have to keep playing catch-up. This year, we're not just going to survive school, we're going to dominate it. We're talking full-on academic weapon mode. And no, that doesn't mean turning into a nerdy robot who studies 24/7. It means learning how to work smarter, not harder, using little strategies that make a huge difference. Because let's be honest, everyone wants better grades, more free time, and less stress. And the good news? You don't need to be a genius to get there. You just need the right game plan. So if you're ready to finally feel in control this school year instead of letting the chaos control you, keep watching, because I've got you. Now, quick question. What's the hardest part of school for you? Staying awake in class, keeping up with deadlines, or finding the motivation to even start? Comment below, because I want to know if we're fighting the same battles. First things first, time management. Stop relying on pure chaos and memory. Use a planner, a calendar app, or even sticky notes. If you don't control your time will control you. Break big assignments into small daily chunks. That way, deadlines don't sneak up on you like a horror movie jump scare. Here's the trick. Prioritize. Not everything on your to-do list is equally important. Use the big 3 rule. Focus on the 3 most important tasks each day, and everything else is extra credit. And let's talk procrastination. If you're always waiting for the perfect time to start, it's never coming. Do the 2-minute rule instead. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. You'll be shocked at how quickly your workload shrinks. Oh, and here's a secret weapon: time blocking. Schedule specific hours for studying, breaks, and even chill time. When everything has its own slot, you actually feel less stressed because your brain knows there's a time for everything. Forget cramming for 6 hours straight. It doesn't work. Instead, try the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of focus, 5 minutes of rest. Your brain absorbs way more when you give it breaks. And here's the secret. Review a little bit every day instead of waiting until the night before. Trust me, exam day will feel 10 times easier. And let's be real, we've all pulled that all-nighter hero move before. Coffee, energy drinks, dark circles under your eyes. You look like you studied, but the next morning, you remember nothing. That's because your brain needs sleep to lock in information. Here's something that works. Active recall. Don't just reread your notes like it's a bedtime story. Quiz yourself. Cover the page and try to explain it out loud, like you're teaching it to a friend. If you can teach it, you actually understand it. Also, change your environment. If your bed is your study spot, let's be honest, you're studying for 5 minutes, then scrolling for 55. Move to a desk, a cafe, even the library. A fresh environment signals your brain it's go time. Bottom line, smarter strategies beat longer hours every single time. Your phone? Yeah, it's your biggest enemy. One quick scroll turns into 2 hours on TikTok. Put it in another room or use apps that block social media while you study. You'll be shocked at how much you get done when your brain isn't fighting a constant notification war. Think about it. How many times have you just checked a text and suddenly you're deep into reels, memes, or random cat videos? By the time you snap out of it, an hour's gone. That's not just lost time, it's lost focus, and it takes another 20 minutes to get your brain back on track. Here's the move. Set up your space like it's a productivity zone. Clear your desk, keep only what you need, and maybe throw on some lo-fi beats or white noise. That way, your brain associates that environment with study, not scrolling. And if silence feels boring, try the 2-device rule. One for work, one for play. Keep your study laptop or tablet distraction-free and save the phone for breaks only. You'll be amazed at how much easier it is to get into flow when temptation isn't buzzing in your pocket. Look, I used to think pulling all-nighters was the only way to get good grades. Coffee in one hand, highlighters in the other, like I was some study warrior. But one night, I hit a wall. Total mental block. My brain just stopped working, and the next thing I knew, I passed out at my desk. Guess what? I bombed that quiz the next day because I was too exhausted to even think straight. Here's the truth. Sleep isn't optional. Yeah, it sounds basic, like duh, everyone needs sleep to survive. But here's why it's non-negotiable for academic weapons. When you sleep, your brain releases GABA, a neurotransmitter that literally slows down your racing thoughts and allows your brain to reset. That's when your memories lock in, your focus sharpens, and your creativity comes back online. So stop treating sleep like a weakness. Aim for at least 7 hours. If you're really grinding, take power naps instead of sacrificing an entire night. Trust me, one well-rested hour is worth more than 3 hours of zombie studying. A sharp brain beats a tired one every single time. Being an academic weapon doesn't mean you already know everything. It means you know how to learn anything. Think about it. Even the strongest weapons need tools and upgrades to stay sharp. So why would you struggle alone? Ask questions in class. Seriously, if you're confused, chances are half the room is too. They're just too shy to say it. Teachers love when you show you actually care, and sometimes they'll even give you hints that never make it into the textbook. And if you learn better with people, build a study squad. You'd be surprised how much faster concepts click when you explain them to each other. Here's the secret. Struggling in silence doesn't make you tough, it just makes the climb harder. Smart students don't fight with a dull blade. They sharpen it by using every resource they've got. That's how you win the game. Here's the secret no one really talks about. Practice exams are literal cheat codes. They train your brain to think the way your teacher thinks. You'll start spotting patterns, notice which topics always sneak their way in, and most importantly, you'll get used to the pressure of answering under a time limit. That way, on the real exam, you don't panic. You're already battle-tested. Rereading your notes feels safe, but it's passive. It tricks you into thinking you've mastered the material when really you're just familiar with it. Practice exams? That's active learning in beast mode. You're not just reviewing, you're simulating the real thing. I learned this the hard way once. I thought I was ready for an exam because I reread my notes 5 times. The second I saw the first question, my brain went blank. After that, I started doing practice exams, and my grades went way up. And here's a hack most people don't use: AI. Yep, you can literally upload your notes, your slides, even your textbook chapters, and prompt AI to generate practice questions or even full mock exams for you. That way, you're not just studying, you're training with personalized questions that actually match your material. Pro tip, if your teacher doesn't hand out practice tests, make your own, swap with a friend, or let AI do the heavy lifting. The more you train, the sharper your recall and confidence get. Think of it like training for a sport. You wouldn't just watch highlights, you'd practice the actual game. This one's real tricky, especially if you've got major FOMO. But let's be honest, you can't say yes to everything and still expect to stay on top of school. Being an academic weapon means knowing when to draw the line. That might mean skipping a random hangout the night before a test, or closing Netflix after one episode instead of a full-blown binge. Saying no in the moment feels tough, but your future self will thank you big time when your grades are up and you still have time for fun because you chose it wisely.